Viewer discretion advised. Podcasts may include graphic content, violence, substance use, and foul language. I recite the stories in this show as they are written to the word, with the only exception being if grammatical errors need corrected. Thanks for watching. Scared Shitless Podcast presents Don't Turn on the Light by an unknown author. She commandeered the room in the basement of her dorm as soon as she realized that she would have to pull an all-nighter in order to prepare for tomorrow's final exam. Her roommate Jenna liked to get to bed early, so she packed up everything she thought she would need and went downstairs to study and study and study some more. It was 2 o'clock when she realized that she had left one of the textbooks upstairs on her bed. With a dramatic sigh, she rose and climbed the stairs slowly to the 3rd-floor dorm room. The lights were dim in the long hallway, and the old boards creaked under her weary tread. She reached her room and turned the handle as softly as she could, pushing the door open just enough to slip inside, so that the hall lights wouldn't wake her roommate. The room was filled with a strange, metallic smell. She frowned a bit, her arms breaking out in the chills. There was a strange feeling of malice in the room, as if a malevolent gaze were fixed upon her. It was a mind trick. The all-nighter was catching up with her. She could hear Jenna breathing on the far side of the room, a heavy sound, almost as if she had been running. Jenna must have picked up a cold during the last tense week before finals. She crept along the wall until she reached her bed, groping among the covers for the stray history textbook. In the silence, she could hear a steady drip, drip, drip sound. She sighed silently. Facilities would have to come fix the sink in the bathroom, again. Her fingers closed on the textbook. She picked it up softly and withdrew from the room as silently as she could. Relieved to be out of the room, she hurried back downstairs, collapsed into an overstuffed chair, and studied until 6 o'clock. She finally decided that enough was enough. If she slipped upstairs now, she could get a couple hours sleep before her 9 o'clock exam. The first of the sun's rays were beaming through the windows as she slowly slid the door open, hoping not to awaken Jenna. Her nose was met by an earthly metallic smell, a second before her eyes registered the scene in her dorm room. Jenna was spread-eagled on top of her bed against the far wall, her throat cut from ear to ear, her nightdress stained with blood. 2 drops of blood fell from the saturated blanket with a drip, drip noise that sounded like a leaky faucet. Scream after scream poured from her mouth, but she couldn't stop herself any more than she could seize, wringing her hands. All along the hallway, doors slammed and footsteps came running down the passage. Within moments, other students had gathered in her doorway, and one of her friends gripped her arm with a shaking hand and pointed a trembling finger toward the hall. On the wall, her eyes opened when she widened what she saw there. Then she fainted into her friend's arms. On that same wall, written above the bed, in her roommate's blood, were the words, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?" The story can be found on creepypasta.fandom.com. And I'll leave a link in the show notes in the description of the YouTube video. Now that I have everybody's attention for a few minutes, if you are still here, if you are on streaming services such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts, keep doing what you're doing. We are seeing a slow but steady growing in the following. We've got a few dozen strong going on, coming back, listening. So it's exciting. It's a small podcast. It's gonna take time to grow, and I'm patient. I'm just thankful that you guys are patient with me. Also, me cut that music. YouTube. I've been looking at my analytics. A lot of my subscribers, you guys aren't watching every video. I'm not mad about it. I understand everybody's busy. Can't expect everybody to watch every video I post. But if you get some free time, watch them. Also, to you, the stranger that's watching this video right now, that just saw it was a short video and clicked on it, why aren't you subscribed? I was just looking at my analytics before I recorded this video, and believe it or not, 83% of people who view my podcast here on YouTube, they aren't subscribed. So, if you're still here, why don't you drop a like on the video, leave a comment, and subscribe? It'll help me out a lot in making content in the future. I only have about 10 of the 4,000 hours of watch time that I need to get this monetized on YouTube, and I've only got about 20 subscribers as of the recording of this video. Be the change to help me out. Support independent podcasting. I don't have a big production network or anything like that. This is literally just me. I make these videos entirely myself. I make these podcast productions that come out every Sunday by myself. Every other Sunday, rather. Now, I realized as I was recording that my schedule did get a little messed up. My Sunday episode came out a day early on Saturday. Oops. This is one of the 2 remaining makeup episodes from where I missed from my move and stuff. So expect one more episode that's out of schedule, and then every 2 weeks, guys. So that's all that I got for you guys today. I really appreciate everybody. Thanks for listening. This was Don't Turn on the Light, a pretty popular urban legend. And again, find that on the Creepypasta fandom. So, until next time, be scared shitless. See you guys next time.